hate bone claws. Yeah. We were going to use pencils, but yeah. Every time you review an X-Men movie, you got to do that. You got to just like get the things. Okay, yeah. We didn't just see X-Men Days of Future Past. We saw it a long time ago, and we're deciding now to review it because we're all over here at once.
It's about time. Oh my gosh. I mean, we've waited forever to do this.
Yeah, we all saw it. Like, I saw it with him, and he like even
I had
after,
to see it separately.
Yeah, he had to see it separately for a person that he wasn't. Yeah, he saw it with, who cares?
I saw it with another
Who
X-Men
cares?
fan, so that was good.
Yeah, who cares? Okay, so yeah, okay, so yeah, we just saw X-Men, Days of Future Past, and what did we think?
I thought it was awesome.
You thought it was awesome?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody thinks it was
how
awesome.
can it not be awesome?
I want to make it clear. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I was just underwhelmed by it because I was expecting way too much. I don't know what I was expecting.
It's an X-Men movie directed by Bryan Singer. How can it be wrong? How can it go wrong? Don't be like that groupie. It's like Bryan Singer. He doesn't disappoint.
Well, no, I was the opposite because I didn't expect
as
much from Days of Future
He's
Past.
delivered thus far, and so why won't he deliver?
So it was even better than what I was expecting. So that puts it even higher in my book. And he was expecting a Dark Knight rival, which was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a Winter Soldier rival, and it definitely gave me that. And honestly, I like it more just because I like the characters of X-Men more, and I like the ensemble cast and the way they pulled it off. And the first class cast was so good. James McAvoy and Fassbender and everybody, they did so really well. And
that's the point. I didn't think there was enough of the future, and that's fine. I liked it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
agree.
Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, their characters didn't get a lot of development, but they did get a little bit, unlike pretty much every other character in the future. Some of them were just there to just fight.
That's
yeah.
But those were like it's like calling John Blake Robin in the Dark Knight Rises. You just keep the fanboys happy, but he's not actually Robin. Those Sunspot was the big fire guy. Obviously they had Colossus, and they had Blink, and they had all those other people fighting, and that was cool. But that was just
the action was really cool.
It's just I mean, if they didn't show the future at all, you'd be like, what's going on in the future? But no, they show the future, and it's kind of like to keep you. I mean, you think it's complicated, like what the heck's going on in the future? What Inception, Interstellar? No, it's actually they make it pretty simple with the whole timeline thing. But it's not a simple plot, but you can follow it, and that's good. And I guess I would have liked to see more of the future, but it still wasn't. It was just like it'd be. I don't know. That's asking for too much.
You saw what I was just doing. I forgot what I was going to say.
That happens to me all the time.
I forgot what I was going to say. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, I watched a review, or I read a review that one of the downsides they thought to it was the transition between the future and the past was. They said it was like a little confusing. It wasn't, was it?
No.
Like not at all. Like it was very simple. And I think because I read that, I was expecting something really clever. Like that got me excited. I was like, it's gonna be back and forth and it's gonna be really clever. But it wasn't that. The time travel aspect of it was very simple, and that kind of underwhelmed me. But again, I really liked it.
The way they did it, going between the future and the past, it was kind of like Inception. How you're in the third level, let's say, and then it shows you a little bit what's going on in the second level, then it takes you back to the third level. It's like you have to know what's going on in all of your settings, and that's kind of how they did it.
Yeah. You haven't talked. What do you say? Something.
Oh, the Sentinels were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were pretty awesome.
Yeah, they for some reason I thought I would in the movie. I thought I'd be thinking this the whole time, but I wasn't. When I saw Hugh Jackman fighting a Sentinel, for some reason I was thinking of Real Steel. Have you ever seen that?
I thought. Now that you say it, I think of that.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, the old Sentinels.
Gosh, it's not
like
Real Steel.
Yeah, they look like something about the old Sentinels. Their face looked a little bit like one of those little boxing things.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else can we touch on?
I was worried while watching the movie. I was like, how are they going to raise the stakes for Apocalypse? How is it going to be? Because this is like, the Sentinels are so powerful. It was very tense, I think, and I was worried that the next one, like, it's going to be less and the threat won't be as big, but I looked up Apocalypse and supposedly he's like the everything mutant, so yeah, he'll be good. But the stakes were high, and more so than any other X-Men movie, I think, like, it was more, the threat was imminent. It wasn't so, I like the antagonist more, and they did a better job, I think. Like, you actually felt like the world and mutants were at stake. You really felt that. For me. I don't know if you
I did because they showed the future. The future made it feel like there was a lot at stake. But in the past, I just felt like it was an event that happened. Yeah. And it just felt big because there was a big baseball stadium that was going over the White House.
Well, actually, it was a football and baseball stadium. The Redskins.
Oh, and also, speaking of, like, trivial things that have nothing to do with how the movie is.
I know this.
Well, I thought they represented the 1970s well. Like, it wasn't full of a bunch of cliches. Like, it was actually how it was, I guess. Because, like, most movies, when they represent, like, a certain time, like the 70s, it was all iconic and stuff, they usually, like, put something in there that's really, like, cliche. It's like, everybody knows that, but it was actually pretty
But I have a question. Did the people in First Class, did they look like they were in the 70s?
It's the 60s.
60s, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think Days of Future Past made it, you knew you were in the 70s more so than First Class knew it was in the 60s. But that one really, I don't think that.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention.
Really matter that much.
I didn't really pay attention to the world around
Quicksilver.
Yes, that scene was awesome.
Don't say anything,
like
but it was awesome.
in the Godzilla review that we did, I mentioned how like people were talking about how great the third act would be, and I was like, oh well, how good could it be? That's how I felt with people talking about how good the Quicksilver scene was. I was like, okay, yeah, but how good can it be? It was awesome.
Yeah,
I thought it was really cool. I felt like Brandon, you were with me. Was I the only one in the theater that wanted to burst out laughing?
People laughed.
Well, that's what you said. Like when you came out, you're like, yeah,
I didn't feel like that many people were laughing. I was laughing.
People were cracking up.
I was laughing too. I was like, this is so awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. So what else?
Oh, I was gonna say something a second ago. Hold on.
Let's see. Well, we're running on about.
Am I the only one that's
minutes.
confused by Mystique's and Magneto's relationship?
How so?
Because they kissed in First Class, and then in the Days of Future Past, she tried.
Well, Magneto's willing.
Oh,
to
can I say that? Can I say that?
Magneto's
willing
to do anything.
I'm not gonna say what
ruthless,
happens.
and that's not really a trait that ladies like.
He's not ruthless.
He didn't seem like it in First Class.
He's devoted. I mean,
well, he was younger then, I guess.
Not that.
No,
not
but
that younger.
Magneto's willing to do what he has to do.
Yeah, but I don't really. Well, then again, I wanted to. That would have made sense if I had seen The Last Stand right before that, where he like left her. But then again, I hate that movie. We all hate that movie. Yeah. We all want to forget that movie. Which, by the way, we can't talk about that. Ew, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing.
And if you're worried about loose ends, Louis gonna wrap some stuff up.
Yeah, it's gonna. There's a lot of parts where you can just tell Bryan Singer is giving the finger to Brett Ratner, and
yes, I enjoyed that.
There were lots of that, and I was like, yes.
If you're wondering how Xavier, how he's in a wheelchair again and how he's alive and stuff.
He's walking and then he's in a wheelchair and you see it back and forth in the trailer. If you're wondering how that's confusing, it's not confusing. They explain it all. That's what you wanted to say.
And also the reason like he's in a wheelchair in First Class and then he's standing as a bald guy in The Last Stand. It's because of directors. It's not because there's some kind of timeline or nothing. It's directors. It's different directors.
Wait, what are you talking about?
There's no continuity in the directors. I'm just saying, like, that was something I was worried about. I was like, why is Xavier why is everything messed up? Why is the timeline? What's going on? Is there something I'm missing?
How did Xavier
it's just
die and
lack
then
of
back?
Continuity with the directors.
How did at the end of Wolverine,
Wolverine
had bone claws, and then, but I'm touching on the fact, like, there's
like,
things that we just don't get explained. Yeah, he's just like, screw it all, they messed up. He's got, like, Wolverine, he's got bone claws at the end of The Wolverine, and then in the beginning of Future Past, he's got the adamantium.
Hopefully he always has those, because those are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, never mind. It's hard not to spoil a movie in a review.
Yeah.
We're running on 9 minutes, so we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we really have to.
Okay, so if there's anything we can touch on, I'll think about it. No, we don't. So, who wants to give it a rating?
I'll do it first.
Okay, so we do theoretical and personal rating, and what that is if you have a divided conscience where you're like, okay, I really like this movie because it's entertaining, but I know in my head it's not that good. A good example would be Transformers. I would give it a very high personal rating because they're fun to watch, but I would give it a very low theoretical rating. That's how this works, and it's something out of 10. So,
alright, well, theoretical. I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10, I guess, because it was good, but I mean, I guess I had some things wrong with it, but my personal rating will probably be about a 9 out of 10, because I really enjoyed it, because,
theoretical, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Personal, I'm going to give it a big fat Project X Roman numeral 10 out of 10. Wolverine was Project X, if you don't remember from the terrible Origins, which really isn't as bad as The Last Standing, you think?
No, I don't. I don't have a problem with that. I give 9.
You were looking at me like...
No, I give 9 for both. Yeah. I was like, you're 8. I don't really agree with the 8. For once, I have a higher rating than you. How about that? Yeah, so, Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it. So, yeah. So, if you like this video, then subscribe because we, obvious reasons.
And always aim for average.
Pow!